We are witnessing the achievements of mankind in the field of renewable energy and advanced technologies intended for the development of a green economy. EXPO Day 79. Did you know that two Swiss enthusiasts, Bertrand Piccard and André Borschberg, for the first time in the world made a round-the-world flight on an airplane of solar batteries? Solar Impulse, this is the name of the Sunbird, which flew 42,000 kilometers over the seas and oceans with zero fuel use. This vessel conserved the airspaces both day and night thanks to the batteries. You'll certainly learn about this breakthrough environmental project at the EXPO. The initiator, the designer and the pilot of Solar Impulse, Bertrand Piccard, also arrived at the exhibition in Astana to see the achievements of other countries and tell about his experience. In his view, humanity can make better projects without fuel.
It was magical to look at the sun and to look at the 4 electrical motors with big propellers turning, with no noise, no pollution, no fuel. And I was thinking, I'm like in a science fiction story. It's the future.
Bertrand Piccard is from the family of the discoverers. His grandfather was the first person to go to the stratosphere, and his father plunged to the deepest point of the ocean. The aeronaut has dreamed to make scientific adventures to protect the environment since childhood. 16 years ago, he made his first round-the-world flight on a balloon, along with André Borschberg, with whom he also flew around the world on a sunny airplane. It took 10 years for colleagues to create a light, maneuverable and reliable aircraft. The organization Solar Impulse plans to help the implementation of 1,000 startups which contribute to the sustainable development of the planet. Super-fast supercar arrived at the EXPO. It is presented by British engineers at the exhibition. The so-called Bloodhound can show a result of 1,000 miles per hour in 55 seconds. The aim of the project authors is to set a record of 1,600 kilometers per hour next year. This is a very high speed, noted the designers. Test drive cars are carried out in the desert in Africa, where the road stripe was cleaned by hand from the stones that were in the forms of the grain. All its speed becomes possible due to use of 3 engines. There are 3 kinds of engines have been installed: rocket and aircraft engines and an engine of an ordinary car. The machine does not use alternative energy or clean fuel, so what's the use of it at the EXPO? Engineers, foreseeing such a question, immediately responded that their main goal was to inspire the younger generation to engage in science and engineering, and young scientists will invent an auto that will move due to the energy of the future.
A quick test which I always ask children about engineering. I ask them, do you know a famous engineer? And no one knows a famous engineer. I ask the same question about a famous footballer. They know all footballers. It's because we don't promote engineering, and that's a tragedy in the UK.
To improve aerodynamic properties, engineers have developed more than 12 design options. The final, 13.5 meters long, turned out to be like a rocket. The project is being implemented for sponsorship. Its participants are companies involved not only in the organization of racing, but also working in the space and defense industries. This car will not drive through the streets of cities, but the Bloodhound will remain another incredible proof of the boundless possibilities of engineering. The heart of Latin America, the Republic of Paraguay, at the exhibition Energy of the Future. In a small section of the country, historical and natural outstanding places are displayed. Together with this, Paraguay represents projects of the use of renewable energy.
The main purpose why we're here is in order to be able to show how much energy, clean energy, is produced in Paraguay. In that regards, for example, behind me, we have a picture of the largest hydroelectric dam in the world, which is a project built by Paraguay and Brazil. This project began to be constructed, built over 40 years ago. And right now, it is the largest producer of hydro energy in the world.
The water artery of the country, the Paraguay River, divides the state into two zones, the eastern and the western. A solar park is planned to be built in the desert area of the west of the country, the Gran Chaco area. During the participation at the EXPO, Paraguayan and Kazakh energy companies have held meetings and discussed issues of sustainable development of the countries.